We're at J.D. Hudgins Ranch. Just a little brief history on the ranch. J.D. Hudgins Ranch was founded in 1908. It's been a company business since. The Manso bull, who all of our cattle go back to, and they say about 75% of the Brahman cattle in the world go back to the Manso bull. Where we started with Bos Indicus type cattle, there was 2 importations in the early 1900s from that came through Brazil, through Mexico, and my great-great-grandfather started putting these Bos Indicus cattle together because they found out that these cattle performed well in our climate due to tick fever and insects. So they started more or less putting together these Bos Indicus type cattle. Then it was Gujarat, Nellore, Tabalpur, Krishna Valley, and found that these animals thrived in this area. So they started putting these animals together. Back then they were more draft animals than beef animals. And they thrived in this tropical type climate, humidity and insects. So in 1933 is when we acquired the Manso bull, and he was more or less mainly Gujarat breeding back then. And the cattle before Manso didn't have much muscle. They were more draft animals. But the Manso bull was completely different. He weighed about 2,000 pounds. He had muscle. Manso means gentle in Spanish. And he had a really good disposition. We acquired the bull in 1933 and started a very strict line breeding program to get this bull in as many Bos Indicus type cattle as we could, which was really the starting of the American Brahaman as it is today, a composite breed of Bos Indicus cattle. And the Manso bull was bred really line bred, or maybe you call it inbreeding. Back then they were breeding Manso to his own daughters to start the type of cattle we have today. And since then, it's just been selection for beef, muscle, adaptability. And J.D. Hudgins was run as one ranch, J.D. Hudgins, until 1962. In 1962, the family was getting big, so it divided into 5 divisions. Today, there's been a couple more divisions. There's 7 divisions of J.D. Hudgins. And we all operate under the J.D. Hudgins name. We market together, show together, advertise together. But the divisions own all the land and the cattle. J.D. Hudgins is more or less a marketing co-op for marketing, sales, promotion. We're a corporation. We have a meeting every month. Each division has one director on the board, and it's run just like a corporation. And now, through the years, I forget the numbers, but we've sold cattle just about everywhere there is in tropical climates, except communist countries. Our main markets are southern United States, Mexico, Central America, South America, Australia, Philippines, Thailand, but we've sent cattle just about everywhere. Right now, the ranch runs about 1,500 breeding age cows. The majority of our cattle go for crossbreeding on Hereford and Angus cattle here in the States, probably 600 to 800 bulls a year or so for commercial use. And then we export a lot of cattle out of the United States for seed stock breeding. And we do a lot of traveling, we judge a lot of cattle shows, we do a lot of advertisement. And it's been challenging in the last few years with however long ago it was, 10, 12 years ago, mad cow was found in the States. That set us back quite a bit, and then COVID, because we do a lot of international trade, but things are picking back up and sales are picking back up and things are getting back on track. But we're a family-run business. Our main goal is to produce Brahman cattle with a lot of meat on them. The American Brahaman is a beef animal. We developed it to be a beef animal. That's our main goal. It was the first composite breed that was created in the United States before the Brangus, Brayford, or Santa Gertrudis, and it thrives in tropical climates. And that's the key to the Brahman. I mean, we can't compete with the Angus as far as marbling and that, but the Brahman thrives because it can survive where other breeds can't.